Welcome to the Friday Show. I'm Sarah Jones with World News. 37-year-old Iman Ati, who was once named the world's heaviest woman, died on Monday. She weighed in at over 1,100 pounds. Since birth, Ati suffered from thyroid issues which affected her weight. She stopped attending school in 5th grade because moving around and walking became too difficult. Ultimately, her death was a result of complications of heart disease and kidney dysfunction. Rest in peace, Ati. People of Bali are fleeing their homes in hopes of escaping the threat of a volcanic eruption. Mount Agung is expected to erupt any time, which will force over 75,000 residents out of the exclusion zone. Experts are basing their predictions on the last eruption of Mount Agung in 1963. Our best wishes go out to those who are still in harm's way. Justin?
Thanks, Sarah. On Wednesday, the head of Turkey's nationalist opposition said thousands of Turkish volunteers are ready to fight in Kirkuk and other Iraqi cities to defend the country's Turkmen population. Devlet Bashel said the minority Turkmen who have close ethnic ties to Turkey would not be abandoned in Kirkuk. This could cause further unrest in an already troubled part of the world. We will keep you updated as the situation progresses. After years of searching, researchers have confirmed the discovery of a new mammal in the Solomon Islands, an endangered giant tree rat known as vika by the locals. Unfortunately, the researchers were only able to locate one. The rare animal looks more like a cute cross between a squirrel and an opossum than a large rat. Local rumors describe it as a tree-dwelling creature that can crack coconuts open with its 2 front teeth. Vika can stay there. We have enough squirrels, opossums, and rats. Up next, we'll hear from Cameron with National News.
Waste Connections, committed to improving the environment in our communities. Waste Connections recycles materials including Waste Connections also offers residential and commercial services. Waste Connections. Connect with the future. Welcome back. The coach of San Antonio Spurs, Greg Popovich, no fan of President Donald Trump, thinks the United States is, quote, an embarrassment to the world. The coach reportedly made the comment during the team's Monday Media Day in regards to the recent battle between professional sports teams and President Trump. Popovich also made a comment about Trump's invitation for the Golden State Warriors to attend the White House, stating, I thought it was comical that it was rescinded because they weren't going to go anyway. Coach Popovich probably won't be receiving any White House invitations anytime soon. President Donald Trump says the U.S. and Spain are now allies in the fight against terrorism. Last month, ISIS claimed responsibility for an attack that killed 16 people in the tourist haven of Barcelona. Trump stated they are very, very unified in the fight. The president added that he and Spanish Prime Minister Rajoy will discuss trade and other issues soon as well. Tanner?
Thanks, Cameron. Democratic Representative Sheila Jackson Lee of Texas took a knee on the House floor Monday evening in alliance with the NFL players who do the same during the national anthem. President Trump started the dispute with the NFL when he said in his speech Friday that owners should fire players who refuse to stand for the national anthem. Jackson Lee went against Trump, saying that she kneeled against racism, while President Trump also called on the NFL Tuesday to change its own rules to ban players from kneeling during the national anthem, while calling out the Dallas Cowboys directly for the protest during Monday Night Football. President Trump tweeted, "The booing at the NFL football game last night when the entire Dallas team dropped to its knees was the loudest I've ever heard. Great anger." We'll hear from more about this story in Sports with David. One person was killed Wednesday and another injured after a massive chunk of stone broke off the face of Yosemite's El Capitan Mountain. The rock fall on the more than 3,000-foot tall granite monolith occurred around 5 in the evening. Peter Zabrock, aged 58, was making his 58th El Capitan climb when he said a huge chunk of rock toppled from about 2,000 feet up and fell about 1,000 feet. It appeared 2 or 3 people were hiking at the base at the time. Zabrock said, "I've never seen anything like that," and he may have been the one killed if he weren't climbing so fast that day. Information on the injured climber is still unavailable. After the break, we'll hear from Peyton with State News.
Hi, I'm Tabitha. Welcome to Subway of Montrose.
Subway Restaurant of Montrose invites you to eat fresh and eat healthy with their delicious menu of 15 different specialty sandwiches, including breakfast sandwiches. Whether you are dining in or on the go, Subway of Montrose will provide you with a variety of healthy palate pleasures prepared by our friendly staff. Our daily specials will help you eat fresh and eat healthy.
while saving cash for your next visit to Subway of Montrose. Be sure to check out our website for other specials, including our 3-foot party subs and Subway sandwich platters, which are great for tailgate parties or other family fun. Before the game, after the game, or as part of your daily routine, enjoy your healthy alternative to eat fresh and eat healthy.
Thank you for coming and have a great day.
Recording.
Welcome back. I'm Peyton Hobson with State News. Last Thursday, Amber Showmaker of Bangor Township was arrested after a Bay County Sheriff's deputy responded to an assault complaint. When authorities arrived, Showmaker was found attempting to enter a home with a screwdriver. It is alleged that she attempted to run over her husband and 2 house guests after drinking. Testing revealed her blood alcohol level to be almost twice the legal limit. Her husband was found nearby, bleeding from several stab wounds. Showmaker is now facing a number of charges, ranging from assault with a dangerous weapon, domestic violence, and driving while intoxicated. In other news, a Muskegon man was taken into custody after commandeering a construction crane and crashing it through power lines. A 2-month-old child was found in a nearby building, and the man claims that the infant was his daughter. The child was not visibly harmed, but was taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation. Up next, we'll hear from Zach with local news.
Thanks, Peyton. On Saturday at 2 in the morning, Flint police responded to an accident report on I-475 near Davison Road and Hamilton Avenue. At the accident scene, police discovered that Sean Barton Elms, 35, had been ejected from his vehicle. He was rushed to Hurley Medical Center where he died from his injuries. Police say their investigation indicates that Elms' car collided with another vehicle during a drag race. This week's heat wave caused the early dismissal of or outright cancellation of school in many districts throughout the county. Some after-school activities were also canceled. According to National Weather Service, the city of Flint experienced a record-breaking temperature on many days last week. Last Thursday's record of 90 degrees set in 1931 was broken when the mercury topped 91. Flint's average high this time of the year is normally 70 degrees. Later in the broadcast, we will hear to get the weekend tailgate weather report from Lissy.
Looks like we won't be closing any schools because of heat in our area this week. Instead, we'll be looking at more seasonal temperatures of this time of the year. I'm Alyssa Climby with your weekend tailgate weather report. It'll be sunny with a high of 68 and a low of 43 in Kalamazoo as Western Michigan University takes on Ball State tomorrow. The game is scheduled for 7 p.m. In East Lansing, the Michigan State Spartans will host the Iowa Hawkeyes. They will see clear, sunny skies and temperatures in the high 60s with a low of 42. In the Upper Peninsula, Michigan Tech will take on Northern Michigan for the Miners Cup in Houghton Saturday night. Along with the peak of fall colors, fans will see clear skies with a high of 63 and a low of 46. After the break, we'll hear from David with MDMTV.com Sports Update.
I'm David Sackrader bringing you what's new from the world of sports. The Montrose varsity volleyball team was able to capture a victory over the Bendel Tigers last Tuesday. They move on to play Monday in St. Charles starting at 5 p.m. Moving to cross country, both the boys and girls teams will run in the Greater Flint County meet tomorrow at 9 a.m. As for the Montrose varsity football team, they spoiled the Corunna Cavaliers' homecoming last week by a final score of 37-20. The Rams move on to take on the North Branch Broncos tonight. You can catch Tom Skinner and I with the call on Meridics.com with pregame festivities beginning at 6:45. The Michigan Wolverines took on the Purdue Boilermakers last Saturday. Even though they suffered offensive struggles, the Wolverines' superior defense was the key to their 28-10 victory. After a bye week this week, the Maize and Blue resumed play against the Michigan State Spartans on the 7th. Look for our coverage of the U of M MSU Tablegate Luncheon next week in the run-up to the big game. Speaking of the Spartans, the might of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish was too much for them as the boys from East Lansing fell 38-18 at home last week. They move on to play the Iowa Hawkeyes at home on Saturday at 4 p.m. The Detroit Lions were home taking on the Atlanta Falcons Sunday. Before the game, the team decided to address President Donald Trump's controversial statement on kneeling during the national anthem by locking arms with owner Martha Ford while many players took a knee. This show of solidarity came before a crushing defeat during which the Lions seemed to have scored the winning touchdown only to have it overturned in the last 8 seconds of the game. The final score, 30-26 Atlanta. The Lions look to bounce back against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. That'll do it for today's MDMTV.com Friday show. Until next week, so long.